Manila, rescuers in the Philippines spent Christmas Eve searching for survivors of a storm that triggered floods and landslides and killed about 200 people, left scores missing and thousands homeless, most of whom apparently ignored warnings to move to safety. Misery in the largely Christian country was compounded by the death of at least 37 people in a shopping mall fire on Saturday, officials said. More than 200 people were killed in flash floods and landslides caused by Tropical Storm Tembin in the southern Philippines. The latest UN sanctions against North Korea are an act of war and tantamount to a complete economic blockade against the country, North Korea's foreign ministry said on Sunday. The FBI Deputy Director Andrew McCabe plans to retire next year, after months of criticism from Republicans in Congress and President Donald Trump. As Christmas approaches, volunteers in Colorado are preparing once again to field questions about Santa's annual trip across the globe. Rob Smart and his two sons returned to their farm with ululations from former workers 6 months after he was forced out by police during ex-President Robert Mugabe's reign. All the instruments are carved from pure frozen water, taken from lakes or rivers. At least 32 people were killed on Saturday after a passenger bus veered off a bridge and plunged into a river in the western Indian state of Rajasthan, police said. More than 200 people were killed in flash floods and landslides caused by Tropical Storm Tembin in the southern Philippines. The Philippines is battered by about 20 typhoons a year and warnings are routinely issued, but the level of destruction wreaked by Tropical Storm Tembin on the southern island of Mindanao from late on Friday came as a surprise. It happened very fast. The flood waters quickly rose, filling our house, farmer Felipe Bartabal, 65, said by telephone, saying he and his family had to run to higher ground. We weren't able to save anything from the house. There was no help from anyone because it was so fast. Everything was 2 to 3 meters underwater in less than an hour. Police and disaster officials said they expected the toll of about 200 dead to rise, with more fatalities likely to be discovered in remote farm communities and coastal areas, as rescuers reached them and restored communication and power links. Disaster officials said 159 people were listed as missing while about 70,000 had been forced from their homes. Get the latest news and updates emailed straight to your inbox. By submitting your email, you are agreeing to Fairfax Media's terms and conditions and privacy policy.